And from Air Tracker 7, you can see this East Denver apartment building, and the only sign of damage from a fire at this complex is a little black around the windows. But hours earlier, oh my gosh, people living in this building, they were literally jumping from their windows, trying to escape the flames outside their door. In fact, 16 people were hurt. 7 News reporter Sally Mamdouh is live at the Country Club Villa Apartments. Sally, there are no sprinklers at this complex.
You're absolutely right, Ann. There were no sprinklers inside these condos you're looking at right now. And matter of fact, the owners of these condos aren't in any violation of any codes. In fact, the condos you're looking at just passed the annual fire inspection test conducted last month. But for the residents that had to jump out of these windows for their lives, they're not too sure. They still want to call this place right here home. A small red suitcase and a backpack.
Some clothes. Toothbrush.
Has everything Luis Morales could grab after waking up to this last night.
I saw black smoke coming through the top of the door. And I said, uh-oh, this is a fire.
And for Luis, as well as the 100 other people that live in this portion of the Country Club Villas, getting out through the heavily smoked narrow hallways wasn't an option.
I jumped from the window. I had to jump.
His leg was injured in the process, and he wasn't the only one. Cunningham Fire Chief Jerry Rose says 16 people were hurt during the evacuation.
A lot of panic, a lot of screaming people, and not enough people to get everybody handled immediately.
And the lack of installed sprinkler systems inside the apartment's hallways could be to blame as to why many chose the window as their only escape route. The building that was built back in the early 70s has just passed its annual inspection, and it was never required by law to install sprinklers because it was grandfathered in, something Chief Rhodes have been trying to change for years.
We've been fighting a lot of entities for years to get sprinklers in every possible multifamily dwelling.
For Abdullah Hamda, who was among the hundreds displaced by the fire and moved to this shelter, living in an aging apartment isn't a risk he's willing to take anymore. I'm scared that something like this will happen again and I lose everything. Now, there was a restoration company out here checking for asbestos. If they find that it has been disturbed, then all of those displaced people are going to have to remain in that shelter until it's safe for them to return. Now, the cause of this fire is still under investigation. For now, we're in Arapahoe County. Sally Mamdouh, 7 News.
Yeah, that's so tough on those folks. Thank you, Sally.